sepanjang karier dalam lebih kurang hampir 20 tahun di UNIMAS, ada salah satu pelan ataupun blueprint daripada Ministry of Higher Education pada masa 2015 lah. Kami rasa itu adalah merupakan kenangan manis kami bersama dengan fakulti, bersama dengan pelajar-pelajar kami, di mana pelan memberi pendedahan kepada pelajar kampus universiti. Program tu dikenali sebagai program Service Learning lah. Fokusnya untuk supaya graduan kita tu lebih holistik dan seimbang dari segi akademiknya, macam ni approach dengan komuniti, membawa pelajar ke luar daripada kampus, menyelami dari segi apa-apa yang berkaitan dengan permasalahan komuniti, dan daripada sialah tidak pelajar kami orang appreciate, memberi mereka pendedahan macam ni nak mula membantu komuniti untuk menyelesaikan suatu permasalahan berkaitan dengan bidang masing-masing lah. Kami tu daripada Fakulti Sains Komputer, so macam tu diberi pendedahan, daknya menyumbangkan skill daknya di dalam komuniti, memberi manfaat kepada komuniti, memberi manfaat kepada pelajarnya, memberi manfaat kepada universiti. Kenangan manis di mana kita dapat menyumbang sesuatu kepada komuniti kita lah. Perasaan kami merasakan kepuasan apabila kita mula perkhidmatan di universiti. Banyaknya kita dapati program tu adalah merupakan salah satu kata orang transformasi, bukan setakat kepada pelajarnya juga tetapi kepada komuniti setempat. Okay, kadang-kadang kita dapati bila kita duduk di suatu institusi itu hanya ada satu tempat, tapi kita mengambil kira apakah yang berlaku di komuniti sekeliling kita. Alhamdulillah, melalui program tu juga kita sebagai pensyarah kita rasakan tu adalah peluang bagi akademik untuk menyumbang kepada komuniti. Begitu juga dengan pelajar menyumbang dari segi sosioekonomi, skillnya. Program tu juga yang buka kepada research, mengenalpasti produk-produk tempatan di Sia, banyak memberi peluang kepada universiti terutamanya, akademiknya, pelajarnya untuk membantu komuniti secara langsung dan juga tidak langsung. Pelajar Sarawak pergi ke kawasan kampung-kampung tidak masalah bahasa. Kiranya kami orang ada daripada international students masalah barrier dari segi bahasa lah. Kita pairkan sidak tu dengan sidak local Sarawakian. Komuniti tertunggu-tunggu dengan kita based on feedback sidak tu ditanya kita mau lagi ke program tu? Mau. Alhamdulillah lah kita bersama-sama menyumbang kepada pembangunan komuniti tersebut lah. Actually membuka peluang kepada kami orang di UNIMAS untuk membuat satu kajian berbentuk warisan. Setelah kami orang mengenal pasti produk-produk warisan di kampung melalui program Service Learning, dari sialah kami orang mendapati potensi yang besar untuk membantu Sarawak terutamanya preserve dan conserve the heritage product. Kita mempunyai pelbagai budaya dan bangsa kan. Bila kita menjejaki pergi engagement di komunitis, kita dapati produk-produk kita tu berapa nampak Bila kita pergi ke komuniti tersebut sebenarnya ada peluang besar bagi kita untuk mengembangkan produk warisan kita Kita mau perkasakan identiti kita supaya itu adalah barang daripada Sarawak. Ada beberapa produk warisan seperti songket dan juga keringkam Produk warisan tu hampir pupus, patutnya diketengahkan. Kita sama dengan Kerajaan Negeri Sarawak adalah membuat satu kajian yang terperinci lah. Macam ni kita nak mengatasi masalah tu. Banyak isu lah. 3 isu utama yang kita dapati. Pertama sekali adalah shortage of craftsmen, weavers keringkam makers senior lah ataupun legend yang memula tu kurang. Dan untuk songket yang pun legend ada dalam lebih kurang berbelas orang. Ada beberapa orang yang pun junior lah. Bila ambil ke Sarawak tu daripada Kuching, kita pergi ke daerah Pedawan, daerah Gedong, Mukah, Lawas dan juga Limbang. Yang kedua, production line-nya kurang. Demand-nya sekarang tu tinggi lah, tetapi pengeluarannya rendah. Yang ketiga, kita dapati lack of awareness daripada kalangan muda tu lah. Dah wujud daripada 16 senturi dulu dah. Tapi warga muda kita si bapa kenal lah projek kita dikenali sebagai projek inovasi warisan Sarawak tu, antara inisiatif melalui pembangunan kapasiti tu, pembangunan talent, membangunkan kemahiran yang pupus tadi. Di CENTEXS telah menjalankan beberapa short courses berkenaan dengan keringkam sejak 2017 yang lepas. Pihak CENTEXS melalui CTOP Community Technical Outreach Program telah membangunkan komuniti seramai 156 orang daripada Kuching, Lunduk, Dalat, Betong, Lawas dan juga Miri. Dalam masa 5 hari lah. Nama samaran kami, orang kampung panggil lah, Suzy lah. Kami asal daripada dua kampung. Memang diam di dua tempat tu. Satu di kampung Gersik, sekejap pindah rumah belah mak, sekejap pindah belah mak bapak. Juga diam di Jalan Laruh, Muda Hashim Kuching lah, Satok area. Kami pernah bersekolah di sekolah kerajaan Gersik. Pernah bersekolah juga di sekolah Merpati Jepang. Sekolah menengah kami bersekolah di SMK tu Nabang Haji Openg lah. Sebelum kami meneruskan pengajian kami di UTM. Kami adalah anak kedua daripada 5 orang adik-beradik. Nenek kami ada campuran Cina lah. Belah mak kami ada Melayu ada campur sedikit Melanau di Paloh lah. Kami tu sedikit nakal lah. Suka pergi explore. Suka something yang adventure sedikit lah. Yang kami suka pasal makanan di Sarawak, especially mi kolok lah ataupun mi pok. Kami suka laksa Sarawak juga, linut. So pernah berada di luar negara, kita dapati kampung halaman juga menjadi kita pun akhirnya kelak lah. It's the best place for me lah. Apa yang kami selalu pegang, setiap kejayaan itu tiada kejayaan tanpa pengorbanan. Untuk berjaya mengambil masa dan juga kesabaran lah untuk memastikan sesuatu impian kita tercapai, insyaAllah lah.
My kenangan actually was in Indonesia. I was in a bajai in Cirebon and going to a Batak village called Trusmi. Wow, this little village is vibrant and thriving because of handicraft. I spent a lot of money in this village just buying batik, and I thought to myself, wouldn't it be nice if we had this in Malaysia, where entire villages are earning money because of their handicraft? My kenangan became keinginan, and then it became cita-cita. When the opportunity arose, set up a new company, embrace a community of weavers that were based in Kuching, so that we can build the hand-woven textile industry. That was in 2012. At that time, I was still working as an investment banker. I came across weaving workshop in Kuching, which was about to close down under the Yayasan Tuanku Nur Zahira. We incorporated the company Tanoti in March, and 1st of May, we operated as a songket weaving workshop under Tanoti Sdn. My former schoolmate was a consultant with the Yayasan. Actually, Dr. Jun and I started this project rolling in 2012. We needed to make sure that the weavers continued weaving the Tanoti project. When we took them over, there were 11 artisans. And right now our community is 23. We have a pretty formidable group of weavers now. Craft still contributes to less than 1% of our national GDP. Craft is a business of B40s and even B10. We want to produce entrepreneurs of craft. We believe the upside is very, very big, especially in Malaysia. Tanoti was a company when we started. We didn't have a vision or a mission. Now, obviously, our lenses changed, our perspectives changed. I operate within Sarawak, and Sarawak is home to me. Our land is a plenty, our natural resources are bountiful, and hence we don't have a serious problem of urban poor. However, economic poverty is still very prevalent. We have a lot of people who don't have cash, but they have land, and then they have access to clean water. The problem is they don't have infrastructure, they don't have logistics, they don't have telecommunications. So the economic poverty is very, very pronounced in rural and remote locations where there is less salary or gainful employment. Now that we're doing craft, we realize the further away you get from an urban center, the higher your crafting skills and the easier your access to natural fibers to craft. With Tanoti, we are now embarking on a new role where we are trying to catalyze microeconomic development in poor communities, which is remote and rural, by harnessing their energy in craft. There are villages that earn 60,000-70,000 ringgit a year from us. We have communities that are winning awards internationally. We want to be the unit that catalyzes the industries in their area. We expanded our scope and now we're working with people who do food, Tanoti food. We help producers in remote and rural regions access a market. What we do in Kuching, we are actually propagating the vision of Yayasan Tuan Kuno Zahira before, the former Raja Permaisuri Agong. We want to contemporize Songket, we want to make it modern, relevant, exciting. We are just continuing her vision. The materials that we have here, we have to source and we have to buy different from the communities. And the most valuable fiber is rattan. Has to grow about 20 years before you can harvest it for rattan weaving. Very pliable and high density product, highly valued, and you can only get it in the most remote area. I believe Sarawak is a very different animal from West Malaysia. We have more than 50% maybe who do not live in urban centers, and policies should start to focus on the mass of the people. If half your population just needs that little bit more for them to make it in life, give it to them. I was born in Kuching. I am the only daughter of 4 children. So of my parents' 4 offspring, I'm the only one who does not practice my education. I studied law in Bristol University. Whilst working, I took a Master of Finance and I proceeded with a career in investment banking of 18 years before I retired. What we are doing now with craft is the concept of intermediation. We are taking people with the skills but no money and selling it to people with no skills but need the product. What we're doing is design, branding, marketing. I believe the regret is I should have worked harder when I was in banking and made more money and had more capital, bought a truck. My childhood memory is my grandmother, my mother's mother, who took care of me when we were young. And my grandmother loved all her 22 grandchildren. She would say, when I die, I will give you 20% of my money. And I will give your mother 20% and I will so eventually she was up to 3,000%. The fact remains is that she had such a big heart. She thought about everyone. It was incredible. So my advice is, please use whatever knowledge you have to develop your own understanding and use your understanding to develop your own values. And then with your values and your understanding, you need to pursue a greater purpose and use your platforms to then influence people, because good will radiate good and bad will perpetrate bad.